Hi, it's Alaska Granny. Here are some of the meals that I make with my food storage, and it'll help give you maybe some ideas of how you might want to put your food together. Try not to just buy random foods that you don't really know what you're going to do with them, because they get pushed at the back of the pantry and they might get wasted. I like the canned chicken. You can buy it in 2 different sizes depending on the amount that you want in a recipe and the size of your family. Plan meals to fit your family. What can you do with a can of chicken? You can make a package of Alfredo, and now you have chicken Alfredo, and you can serve it with some vegetables. You can also add the chicken into things like yellow rice and maybe even add a little bit of hot sauce. I made a chicken with some cilantro lime and some black beans, and this was really good. Pasta salad mixes, you can add chicken to that and even a can of beans. You can make an easy bean salad with some Italian dressing and a 3-bean mix that's already in the can. You drain this, pour over the dressing, you have a 3-bean salad. What can you do with a can of cream of something? You can mix it together with some of your canned meats and pour it over mashed potatoes. Add a side of vegetables. You can also take some of the beef and vegetable soup mixes, pour that over some mashed potatoes, or you can serve it over rice or even over noodles, depending on what you have on hand and what you care to eat. Canned roast beef is the same way. This comes with gravy already in it. You can serve it over the mashed potatoes. You can add a can of beans, make it into a casserole, add some macaroni. There are all different ways to take these foods and make them into a meal, but have an idea. Don't just buy cans of food that you don't know. Come up with a few ideas of how you can serve those together. I have cans of lentil soup. Lentil soup is great served over a bowl of rice. I have chicken and sausage gumbo soup. That's great served over some pasta or some rice. Try a can of fire roasted tomatoes and add some red beans, maybe some black beans, kidney beans, a couple of cans of beans, and you have a quick chili. If you have some hamburger on hand, brown it up or get it out of the freezer, add it in, and then if you want more spices, add some more spices to it. I like to add a can of chicken with a can of white beans and some green salsa for an easy white chicken chili. You can have pasta noodles on hand, store them in an airtight container though, and then they're going to last nearly forever. And all you need then with your pasta is some sauce and maybe some shelf-stable cheese. It can be as simple as adding just 2 or 3 things together, and you have something that you can eat from your pantry for very little cooking and not very much money. There are lots of different foods varieties. Make sure you get some fruits and vegetables, different kinds of beans and things. You can also look for varieties that have no salt and low fat. Read the labels so that they have the ingredients that you're looking for. Make sure you're getting enough protein, not too much sodium, and any food allergies, read the labels for those ingredients. Here we go again. Back in the back of my pantry, I found 2 cans of apricots that have bulged, and this one is leaking. And I could smell something like sweet in the pantry, but I wasn't sure what it was. And then I found these 2 lurking in the back. A suggestion that I have is to take some wax paper and lay it on your shelf. Then when you have this kind of a situation happens, it's easy to just pull out the cans, take out the wax paper, and your shelf then is clean. You can put down more wax paper and add your cans. We all run into this where we think we're rotating everything and we're using what we need, but sometimes foods just get put in the back. And the thing that I've had the most trouble with year after year is fruit that's gotten to its expiration date and somehow we didn't use it, or it was pushed in the back and got lost. I thought I didn't have any more fruit in that particular cabinet, yet I found these in there just yesterday. So keep rotating your foods and keep your eye on especially foods like fruits, because they just don't last like meats can. I've got canned tuna from 2013 that's still perfectly fine, but not these apricots. These are some of the meal ideas of how I put the foods together. I don't just buy random foods. I try to buy foods knowing how I plan to use them. There are all kinds of reasons why you need to have food on hand. So stock up while things are readily available so you'll always be able to have the things that you need. If you liked my video, I hope you'll share it with someone else you think might enjoy it. And please subscribe to the Alaska Granny channel.